crazy. In my head, I'm like, who do you think you are? I love it. I love it.
You're allowed to get freaky with Groot.
What is this?
Right. It's Rivals Fright Night. Brought to you by
That's really
Uber and Jake. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. We are now turning our attention to North America. Jake said, I want to get weird. I said, watch this. Here we go. Shroud-X versus Shikigami. This is just the challenger match, Jake. And we're not even putting money on the line until later in the show.
I mean, both of these teams want the chance to go up against 100 Thieves in the money match. They're the juggernauts of North America. They've established it time and time again. And so this is a big opportunity for one of these teams to put that challenge to the best.
This music is inspirational. What the fuck?
You sew that together of your children's blankets, or what is this shirt made of today?
Sorry, buddy. That's definitely one image. That is a continuous image, bro. This is where I'd rather be.
Tattooed. That's all I'd say.
Sheesh. I mean, bro, I'm feeling good. I've been on holiday. I didn't get this shirt on holiday, although you'd be forgiven for thinking I did. I haven't had a holiday in 2 years, so I went away and skied in the Swiss Alps for a couple of weeks, and I'm back ready to do some Marvel Rivals casting. I've rested my voice, and I'm ready to rumble, brother.
You seriously went to Europe and went skiing?
I went to St. Moritz, baby. Yep, Swiss Alps.
You're kind of my hero right now. All right, unfortunately, we have to talk about video games tonight instead of skiing in the Alps, but we're glad you could join us. Let's talk about the teams here, Jake, because we got some good ones and a fun bracket for the night. Shroud-X has a bit of experience playing against the Shikigami squad. In fact, they met up just a week ago in MRI. So talk to me about the showdown in the Invitational. What went down there?
Well, this is going to be Shroud-X looking for revenge. Shikigami was able to get the better of them in that match, and although it was a strong showing for Shikigami, I feel that at this point in Marvel Rivals, there's always that opportunity to innovate and improve. The Shroud-X squad, they haven't been together for that long, so I think for both of these teams, it's an opportunity to show where you are now. Like what happened 1 week ago is in the past, and for these teams that are vying for the top that want a shot at 100 Thieves, well, they're going to have to be stepping their game up, and so I'm excited to see if Shroud-X can do that today.
Uber, I thought it was so amazing when Nate Shaw went out, started his own org, he announced his 100 Thieves. Now Shroud announces Shroud-X. What is this pressure as a player, knowing that he's streaming to 10, 15,000 people every time you go live?
Yeah, I mean, it's crazy. I really do feel like it's kind of an evolution in esports. Like I think co-streaming was the first step in that regard, and like big streamers getting involved in esports in this kind of way and bringing new audiences. Now I think ever since like Disguised Toast started talking publicly about like what it took to run a team, and Shroud literally goes and raises the money for this team, it's kind of crazy, right? It's awesome to see a new way for these massive content creators to get involved and to give an opportunity.
Everybody keeps thinking my charity stream was me raising money for my team. No, we were raising money for charity. If we hit $1 million, I do a side project called Shroud-X. That's it. That's it. Listen, the $1 million that we raised was not for this team. It was for charity. I don't know what went wrong in translation, but no, it's not $1 million for my team. Okay? It's not what it's for. Charity. It was a goal if we hit 1 million.
Jeff on there. Is the triple Vanguard gonna be the way to play in NA, or is it gonna be more of the 2-2-2 mix with a whole lot of stars?
So Doomed lied? Oh.
I mean, look, I do think that triple strategist right now is really potent. A huge amount of that comes down to what Adam Warlock can do, and when you bring in a Mantis, when you add that to the Star Lord, and you have that sort of staying power, that resurrect capacity because of the team up, that really makes that more viable. I do also think it's a strategy that you can target in the ban. And
wait, what is this? Doomed Vision Window Imp Dongman Fidel? Huh? This isn't right. This ain't our roster. This is not our roster at all. Hello?
For me, I mean, I'm looking at Doomed and Vision. I think these two duelists are a key part of the success for Shroud-X. I would rather see them run double duelists when you have heavy hitters like Doomed and Vision on the squad. I want to see them on characters that they can really pop off with. They can find that individual impact, those picks we've seen from top teams like 100 Thieves. They're very confident in taking risks, letting heroes like the Hela through the ban phase and playing them with confidence, winning their duels. I think to be a top team, to put yourself in that position of strategic advantage, you need to have huge threats on the duelist lineup so you can draw some of those bans away from the strategists, away from the vanguards, and force people to just like respect ban your Hela. It doesn't really limit the strategies you can play. It's just forced if you're dominating in the mirror.
Jake, where my brain is small, I jump into a game and I just play it over and over and over again until I'm decent. You use your brain and you think about what can give you an advantage jumping into a match. Is there an OP composition or hero that you want to see played tonight? Who do you think is at the top of the meta right now?
You know, I think one of the things that we've seen in a hallmark of NA is more and more teams are starting to let Hela through the ban phase and to just like take the duel heads up. Hela has been a super contentious hero really the whole history of Marvel Rivals because, you know, people call her the server admin, the way she just takes over the lobby and really defines in many ways the outcome of the game when you're getting these opening picks without relying on ultimates or key resources. You know, you have so much mobility. The stun can also be a huge playmaking tool in the right moment, sometimes even canceling an ultimate. And so I think for the top teams, right, to be a team like Shroud-X that wants to show you can compete with the big boys, Hela is going to be really something I have my eyes on. You need to be forcing the other team to respect ban your Hela, putting you in a position to dictate the rest of the match and sort of define, do you want to play triple strategist? You have a lot more power to do that if the opponent is always like first banning a Hela because they're just too scared.
Fucking go, boys.
Let's see what Shikigami is
Let's
bringing to the
fucking
table
go, boys. Listen, we win first map, I crack open a cold one. AKA make a cup of coffee. Why do they have 7 people and we had what is going on? Who is our roster? Who is playing today?
Shikigami are getting very good at having to do this.
Who is playing today? What is happening?
We'll pick up good rosters and often have them sort of, you know, picked apart a little bit by these bigger orgs that come in really, you know, with a blank check to offer these teams. But look, this roster, frankly,
I'm just dropped. Are we serious right now? Nuxter, I need you to lock in.
It wasn't a great run through the Marvel Rivals invitation. We didn't get to see anything from Shikigami.
I don't know if you're playing today, but I need you to lock in, okay?
Pointed out on this show, they managed to beat Shroud-X in that 3-1, knocking them out of the lower
Nuxter,
bracket.
you can't lose to Shikigami twice, okay? For the sake of my reputation and the sake of yours, okay? I say that like they're bad, but they're actually pretty fucking good. They're pretty good.
Decent showing hit Marvel Rivals Invitational and make it through that lower bracket. These guys that stood in their way. To us, you know, we often look to see if there are players in previous games that we know about. Melophobia, Amadian, both of them, we've seen them in other tax shooters. They're excellent players. Great to see them here on the duelist role. I think this team has definitely got legs.
Can I get a super fan from Shikigami to help me with pronunciation? Is that Days, Melophobia, Amadian, Krazmang? Krazmang?
Yeah.
Help me out.
I would say Crazy Mang.
We got a Scatter Genji. I can do that one. And Dinks and Ricky. Thank you, Rick, for keeping it simple. First half, way more intimidating than the second half. Shikigami going to be taking on...
I just played against Krazmag in ranked.
5, and we've got our first...
I don't know if we won or lost. I don't even remember.
Palace. We don't know which stage we're going to be playing first, but Mitch...
Let's fucking go, boys.
We're going to see some interesting bands tonight that are going to tell us right
Do you
away
do any coaching at all or strategy talk beforehand to your
Jake was
team?
touching on it here that, you know, some of these...
Listen, I am just an aimer. I know how to move my mouse and I know how to click it. The rest, I have no clue. I don't know where to stand. I don't know where to think. I don't know what to do. So no. The answer is no.
Compositions crafted to counter them out here. So as we jump into each of these games, remember, NA are
I do feel like I will say I do feel like I'm improving though. I feel like I'm ramping. I'm on my ramp arc right now. I feel like I'm ramping hard.
Maybe letting a Hela through or even a Wolverine through or something like that. Because again, against multiple strategists, burst damage is king. And there are only a small number of ways that you can get that kind of burst damage, right? Meteor M, Hornet Proteus combo, Strangling Prison combos. These are ways that you can try and cut through all of that large healing over time that these strategist backlines provide. So, you know, we know what Hela can do. She can delete people in a couple of shots. This is what I'm looking at for a team who's just so good, you know, mechanically.
As we get older, we turn to a coach. No. As we get older, you turn into a coach if you don't have another gig, respectfully. Coach is an extremely hard job, but you would always rather be a player. Most people, I think, would always rather be a player. But if you don't have it anymore, you don't have it. So you coach. You want to stay in the business. You want to be a part of esports. You want to still help out a team somehow. That's when you coach. Me? I'm neither good enough to be a player or a coach. I also don't have the skill set for either. So, you know, I do this. I watch.
teams maybe a little bit more averse to the triple strategist meta may want to focus on the Hela, the Wolverine, like you said, Mitch. I think those are the two duelists for me that have,
or you become a caster, I guess. Yeah,
strategic impact on the game, whether they're banned or let through, because we've seen Hela and Wolverine both really dictate the pace of games. Whether if Hela has like a great position to free fire from, the opponent has no choice but to force some kind of aggression to dive on you. And honestly, even teams that played really aggressive into the Hela, you still want a Hela of your own, and a lot comes down to just winning those duels. Wolverine, very different in terms of what it specifically does to the game, but it makes the game much more critical from a positioning perspective, right? If you have one of your vanguards overstepping a little bit, they're just going to get pulled way into Africa and just like absolutely eaten by the rest of the squad. So it really
or you just create and fund your own team so you can root for them. Yeah,
Wolverine's pull. We've seen a lot of like top level.
I still don't know. There hasn't been enough time, like being on the reel with you guys. There hasn't been enough time to know if I want to keep doing this esports thing further than my agreement or not. I feel like I have to get towards the tail end of my agreement with these guys and the plan. And then I'll know if I want to push this thing further or not. I think it really just depends on Rivals. If Rivals just keeps banging and it's still so much fun to watch and play, I'll keep running it. But if it slightly like fades, I'll probably not do it. Because like I'm really just attached to Rivals here. I'm not trying to make like an org for many games. As cool as that would be, you're like, to get an org for many games, you're looking at a multi-million-dollar operation. You're looking at a burn rate of millions of dollars a year. I'm not really looking for that. I am just here for Rivals. That's it. I'm here for Rivals. Simply put, that is what I'm here for.
Our Horned Proteus and the Strangled combo from Groot. Is there anything else that we're hoping to see tonight? Because we had some amazing Jeff ultimates, but they weren't comboed with anybody earlier.
No, I mean, I thought it was really interesting to see that Jeff kind of targeted at shutting down front lines. Because again, like we talked about, burst damage is really important in Marvel Rivals to cut through this healing, and a lot of the durability cooldowns tanks can cycle through pretty easily, right? Vanguards are just general very hard.
You should ask Nadeshot about owning an esports team.
Burst damage?
I mean, asking Nadeshot about owning an esports team is very different than what I'm doing. My format is completely different. My format of running this team is pick up some players,
all right,
have a loose contract. If they want to leave, they can leave. Fuck it. I just pay them. I pay them. All they got to do is practice, show up, try their best, and if they want to leave, they could leave. I'm not locking them to anything. It's not that serious.
Protect Groot, because it really does, from the Vanguard position, dictate the pace of the game. It allows you to slow things down pretty significantly. Interesting to see that Loki is banned with the Luna Snow Protect and the Namor ban. So Shikigami want the Luna Snow, but they're not interested in the team up, that threat of like the one-shot burst combo.
We protect Groot, we ban Rocket, we ban Wolverine. Okay, so no Doomed on Wolverine.
On top of course, the team up.
No Vision on Namor, because they banned Namor.
Luna a little bit more effective in battle.
And no
pretty interesting.
Loki.
We've seen occasional Rocket comps with Bucky or the Punisher, but maybe just niche, and maybe Shroud-X not feeling like they want to ban a super significant duelist. They clearly, both teams are going to let Hela through here, so expect to see a lot of that on Royal Palace.
And also, I want to point out the Adam Warlock team up is still on the table here, so a lot of powerful heroes pocket are actually available for these teams.
If you see a Mantis, you know the triple support is down. The res comps are going to be out and about. We'll find out what is brought to the table for game number 1. Will we see Hela play here on Rivals Fight Night? Fidel, stay on that, Jeff. I dare you.
Thank you very much, Puckett. Yes.
Wait, this is actually our... Wait. This is actually our team. Dogman, Doomed, Fidel, Vision, Impunity, Nuck. Okay. Who's out? Window. Okay, Window's out for this one. Sorry, it's like a roulette. It's a mystery roulette. You know, you never know which player you're gonna get on my team. You never know.
Really benefit from being in control of the point. So winning that first fight really gives you an edge.
Wait, this is the comp we're playing? Wait, we're trying something different today. Okay. We're trying Guardians. Okay, guys.
Honestly, on this map with all the open space, I feel if Hela and Winter Soldier get some space to work, they could really produce. It might be hard for Doom to get in on the flank here, even with all the strategist support.
Wise for Shroud-X to actually aim a ban at the Rocket Raccoon. They must know, of course, the days.
Oh, he's dead.
First to come in on that Bucky when possible, but Vision's already been taken down. That's the volatility that the Hela invites into the game.
They have a server admin, and it's Hela.
Karmic Revival.
That's danger. That is so much damage, dude. He killed him again. He killed him again.
A second time to Amadian, who is not missing on this Hela.
Yeah,
listen, I could respect the boys for trying something different here. This is not what they normally do.
Too scared to take this engagement, support from Invisible Woman as well. So Amadian over the top is going to be assisting in getting this fight cleaned up for Shikigami, and you know, with all the space to work with.
Is this just scrims? Kind of. Honestly, a good the Rivals Fight Night's kind of like scrims. It's like scrims live. You get to watch them.
Kills back to back to back, and doesn't really worry about the reses.
It's crazy how effectively you can support a teammate that's playing an off angle.
Listen, they lost first point, which is probably GG, but you never know.
And also just passive healing so long as that shield is up. Now you can start to punish the fact that Shroud-X need to move through a choke. And already
they could go Hela. They're choosing not to. It's an interesting approach to not play Hela when Hela... Uh-oh, they're all dead. Oh, they lived. I mean, Amadian is killing all of them, but still, they lived. Yo! Server admin.
Hela used just to stay alive here, but I think that's all Hela really needs to accomplish. He's already done her work, securing a couple eliminations. These are just going to
He has put the whole fucking game on his back right now. He's popping.
Commitment of ults on the high ground choke ends up paying off. I was thinking Shroud-X were going to be able to stay alive, tank through with the help of those strategist ults and the triple strategist comp, but it just isn't enough. And Vision has had enough. He's over to the Hela. They're going to take the duel. I like this decision on the map, but is it too little?
This is so hard to get past this choke.
There takes Vision down pretty much straight away, and Doomed at least gets a bulwark shield as they try and back away. Galactic Legend is available. They might want to try and get some airtime here as they're strangling.
They're getting absolutely fucking dumpstered right now. Absolutely dumpstered.
Doomed at least is able to find some value here on that Star-Lord, but Vision is caught.
Why does it say camera speed at the top? What the fuck is that? I've never seen that before.
Shikigami are holding onto an invisible boundary to boot.
Worst map in the game? I agree. I agree. This map is dog shit. It's one of the worst maps. This game has like 2 or 3 maps that are pretty bad. The rest are chill.
Of the map away from Shroud-X. Now it's going to be a little bit tough to get this recontest in. Vision gonna sneak in from lower, try to work a cheeky pick, and then he does have that ultimate to back up the play. Shikigami, do they see this coming? The point touch comes in.
Okay.
The drive-by touch. Yeah, watch this guy. This guy's gonna own. Uh-oh, you're dead. Never mind. Nice Dongmin, big ult.
With that key ultimate, and Dongmin's able to get some work done. Amadian crucially picked off at the start of this fight. The mission's unperturbed here by, of course, that invisible boundary still happen to throw some of those shots in. But Shikigami are down to 4 players here.
This is just a classic King of the Hill, you know?
All right, Shroud-X, they're gonna get the flip here.
It's just a classic. You lose first fight, it goes 99, you win last fight. And then you pray. Yo, thank you for the gifted subs, Lurgaze. How many gifted subs was that, bro? Holy shit. 100 gifted subs? Mi amor. Thank you. Thank you, bro. Appreciate that a lot. Thank you. That's very kind.
It's very powerful in its own right. Some of those walls here trying to be erected as in comes impunity. They do catch that front line out, and Daze is on the receiving end of some of that.
They're capping it, guys. They're capping it.
Krasming also is picked off, but it's a backup here for Amadi, and they are likely going to have to leave the point, though. Not much they can do against the whole team.
The flip is nice. I'm not sure that's where
I actually like that play from Shikigami. If you go 99 to 0 and they cap, why not just go around, force them back, and see if you can get a freebie? I like that. I like that play. It'd be better if you were like Psylocke or something, but... Uh-oh. Doomed? Oh, he got pulled? Never mind. He got pulled. Oh, this is so bad.
pull you down.
They're
from
about
the
to get
sky if you are airborne.
fucking
You've got
just...
respect,
Wait, Vision went
especially
hella?
those closer ranges.
They gave up on the Guardians comp really quick.
Frontline pressure that's being put down. You can see Dongmin can't really hang around now. Got to be a meteor in from Dongmin.
Oh.
Out of this deadlock here and almost
If they killed Ricky, they would have won this fight. And now I think they probably lost. Oh, they're using every single combo. Shiki's using every combo. Every single ult. Holy shit. Nice. Yo, Shikigami used everything, and we somehow lived through it. I have no idea how.
They've used all their ultimates, Jake, but
Tankers be tanking, I guess.
one more fight will decide the round.
Shikigami, heads up swap here to the Doctor Strange. They're going to gamble everything on the TP to point. Try to brawl it out from there. Shroud-X seems like they...
Amadian is going to clean house, and we probably lose this point.
Magic is well online.
Right here, here it comes.
Here we go.
Never mind. Oh, no, the Amadian cleaning the house. No, no, mamma mia, losing a 99. Mi amor. Yeah, we lost. Have faith. No, it's really obvious, right? You have no ults, they have ults, they use hella ults, everybody looks at hella ults, and when they look at hella ults, they get pushed at the bottom and they lose. That's like... That's a tough one.
Maybe a tiny bit of over-ulting from Shroud-X in that last fight to secure control of the point, but that was an extremely close first round after a great start from Shikigami. So Shroud-X, I don't think they're out of this one yet. I think we're in for a pretty competitive series based on how that round one went. Curious to see what Dongmin can work on the Magneto. Was a big performer in the last round.
That was crazy, that last round. I think we saw Vision get 2 kills off of the Nastron Crowstorms. You know, the detonation of, knocked out enemies. I think he got 2 kills from those. So Shikigami must have been so grouped up inside that invisible boundary, Jake, that they ended up going down to like the after.
I love how my team tried that Guardians comp one time.
Because, all the control coming in
and then they said,
from the rest of the squad.
Fuck it.
Now both teams queuing up a little bit more of that front to back style.
Why'd you decide Shroud-X? The alternative was Team Shroud, which is kind of lame.
Especially, I think, on the Buckies,
My 2 choices were Shroud-X and Team Shroud. I didn't have enough time to. I didn't have enough time to make like an actual like thing, like a real thing.
Of these players' ability to just win those early 1v1s and create opportunities for their squad.
Kraz being able to bring almost 3/4 of that ultimate into this next fight here might be critical.
Team Shroud sounded too cheesy. It sounded too Marvel or Twitch rivals-y, Two Twitch rivalries.
Advantage here. Now you get the walk forward on this group, taking tons of...
I think SDX is cool. I think it's cool too. I fuck with it. I honestly thought it was fucking sick. When we were thinking what team to make and how we were going to make it, we were so set, like, we don't have enough time, we have to be Team Shroud. And then we had a last-second idea, what about Shroud-X? And we were like, wait, that's awesome. W win, W win. W win, W team fight. Ooh. No, somebody heal our Vision.
Vision's able to find Amadian, and eventually Shroud-X will have the first cap.
Shikigami threw good money after bad in that fight, dumping that Luna Snow ultimate despite losing players, and so Shroud-X
S-Men. I should have named my team S-Men.
A bit of a hero play right now from Shikigami if they want to win this next fight. Maybe the best you can hope for.
S-Men. Oh my god, S-Men goes hard.
Here's Doom on the screen. Cracking impact at the ready. Bear in mind, Shikigami still have plenty to work with themselves. We've run into a huge bank of ultimates on either side pretty quickly in this round.
S-Man.
4% and counting. Shikigami now going to play around the Goddess of Death here, and Doom might have to reposition very quickly.
Kill it faster. Sorry.
But most of the Shroud-X players are able to get out of line of sight of that. Daze, though, finds some revenge. Rosterstern with impunity.
Nice pick.
Out of the picture. An invisible boundary is going to be drawn here. Daze has to work from the outside of it, though.
Good dodge. Well, I guess I don't know why I'm rooting for the other team, but good dodge. Dongman, lock the fuck in. You can't be whiffing like that. Lock the fuck in.
Vision as well, forced into ult, trying to clear this hella off the flank. Gets the job done in the end. It's an expensive hold, but they still have kept control.
Is 2-2 the only reasonable in comp? Nah.
On the retake, they have an incredibly potent ultimate setup though. Crazy man, if he can land this
2-1-3 is pretty popular.
We're gonna be hearing some against in this next team fight. That Bucky ultimate so insane at cleaning up. However, Fidel almost
you're behind.
The Luna Snow ultimate. That's gonna be the key number to watch right now as Shikigami look to get in.
Shikigami.
Well, I guess I kind of was. I was buying a little bit, huh?
It's 80% and counting now for Shroud-X, and it's time to go in. Big damage here taken by Impunity, but they're able to jockey back a little bit now. Shikigami surely have to start to push forward here. Crazy Man's trying to get there.
Fidel needs ult. No, he got the execute. That sucks.
It means a reset for him, but Daze is going to bide his time, try and get more of those debuffs on, and he hasn't played him, but it's going to be very difficult to trigger a reset now with that Lunasol ultimate active. Shikigami now have to regroup. They still haven't capped the point, but a meteor.
We're dead.
Breakthrough one individual hot on the heels. Was Fidel trying
Wait, that's huge. We forced them to use. Oh, this is so big. We win. We win.
Finally get control.
We forced them to use Invisible. We're good.
Barrier to secure the point flip. And now Shroud-X have the clear edge as they look to get in on this retake. Amadian, really the only ult that Shikigami are going to have to work with on the defense from this Hela. Need to see some early opening picks on the walk-up right now. If Shroud-X can just get up close to the point and get the ults off in sequence, this should be an easy fight for them. A lot of pressure on these Shikigami duelists.
Mamma mia.
How much time Amadian can buy here with a
nice shots from Amadian. Imp died? Fuck. We ulted in there too, bro.
Here comes a Kraken impact now coming out from Doomed, and Crazy Mang already falling to Dongmin. Amadian floating above the action is caught out by Vision, is sitting dark to the enemy Hela. Scouting again, trying to back away. Attain a voltage will connect, and Shroud-X are back.
Kill him! Kill the man! Kill him! Kill him! Sorry.
In disarray. Nothing Daze could have done there. Caught out, and Dongmin really connecting these shots when it counts.
Wait. I've seen Amadian win this before.
Just to keep a toe in while reinforcements come, but they are going to be staggered for the entirety of this fight.
W 1-1. We got a game on our hands.
Now on Royal Palace.
Nice pull in by the invisible.
Where's Window?
Getting the clean
I believe he's on the bench right now.
Magneto off the corner of the point.
He's keeping it warm though. Don't worry.
So passively, and Shroud-X, that's a pretty strong round. However, now we're 1-1. We go to the decider. Curious to see if
I gotta crack open a pack, bro. Let's fucking go. Let's get crazy, dude.
This game has been playing out with Amadian and Vision going blow for blow on the Hela. I think both of these players are gonna have that confidence to keep this going.
Is this a BO5? I think so, yeah.
It's pretty satisfying, Jake, that so much of our initial conversation was the juxtaposition of the triple strategist and the Hela in these compositions. And Vision made that switch off to the Hela. And since then, the fortunes for Shroud-X have been vastly improved, especially over the course of this round. 20k damage, that's for someone who was not playing Hela from the start of the round. So outsized impact is an understatement. There's Goddess of Death available for Vision for this first fight, and Shroud-X feel like they've got the wind in their sails now.
Yeah, it speaks to Vision's experience in the genre, right? Like, you think a lot of these teams,
God, that shit rocks my world when I hear Shroud-X, bro. I get fucking.
And it would take them maybe a map loss or two before they can adapt.
I get a warm feeling inside, you know?
And he's already feeling the pressure, making the read, and the swap looks good so far.
Hogs.
Out we come.
How we living?
Of course, we're going to meet in the middle here.
Hold on, lock in. Boys, lock in. You're dead.
You see Amadi
good, bub.
Take one of those little off angles up there, but it's a tight one at best. And with these group
this off angle, stinky. Oh, we're all dead. We're all dead. We're all dead. Oh, we're all dead. Somebody nerf this guy.
Last round, we were made to wait, but it was worth it. Beautifully done. That's 2 kills off the back of that. Shikigami.
Listen, boys, why you guys gotta fake a comeback? Why you guys gotta fake a comeback and shit?
They're able to kill through a very early defensive Luna Snow ultimate. That wasn't a mistake from Fidel. He had the ultimate exactly the time it was needed. Shikigami just found the burst all through that threshold. I mean, pretty impressive, actually, even with the Kraken impact, mitigating some of that. That's just well played from Shikigami. I think a big test of these teams in Marvel Rivals is
this could be a problem. Could be. If they don't see it fast enough or hear it fast enough, this is free damage.
Got to be on the same page. The shot calling's got to be extremely crisp in terms of the target that you're
Oh fuck. Oh fuck. Oh fuck. Oh fuck. Oh, Nuxter with the big ult.
And it's going to be an ultimate here from Vision. Damage is coming down. It's unclear what Vision is able to get done. Amadian pops up in the air right next to Vision. Will be knocked down to the ground and left with a knife between their shoulder blades.
We got nothing.
A little bit awkward, but Shikigami are happy to drag this out a little bit and to win the fight to boot. We're above 50% in this round.
Yeah,
we have no ults, dude. Fuck.
Didn't get the instant picks he was looking for, but maybe force some of those strategist ultimates to come out a little more quickly than the attackers.
GG.
Now,
it's not looking good, but it's not a GG yet.
Who have the ultimate advantage. See who can work a pick. Maybe Fidel can charge up that Luna's Snow ultimate and make the key difference here. But it'll be a lot more difficult for Shikigami to find the resets with no Strangling Prison.
I mean, this is Shroud-X's best window, Jake. There's no two ways about it. And that's even with Daze, of course.
Oh, no, he's dead. He's dead. He's dead. He's dead. He's dead. He's dead. Heal the man. Heal the man.
Impunity got a ball walk, so Daze holds on to that Kraken impact for a time. Goes a little bit low. It's getting
Kill
a little bit messy.
Nice.
In the midst of things, Daze is eventually dragged off of his horse. Ricky trying to keep a respectful distance, but now Wedge has been driven in between these Shikigami players. They're desperately trying to...
It's a race between Nuck and Ricky. Whoever gets their ult first wins this fight. Ricky or Nuckster. The race is on.
Active for them. They're going to use it to buy some time. Get Amadian at least in a position to do some damage. Crazy Man goes low, but look at that.
Yes.
To catch out both players behind
yes.
It's only the one to go down. Vision is removed.
Yes. He doesn't even need it. He doesn't even need the ult.
Shroud-X able to stay in the map.
Doom getting a lot done, clutching out that fight that was looking scary. Now chasing for this final pick on the Winter Soldier. Would love to get one extra stagger kill. Seems like though Daze is going to be able to get out, going to get the reset.
Surely the meta isn't this refined in this game. Most characters are kind of dog shit, so it kind of is. The game needs a shakeup, but season 2 will offer a good shakeup.
These two very powerful Vanguard ultimates could stop Shikigami in their tracks, even with an invisible boundary for Shikigami to make use of. They are the interlopers now in this situation. They can at least play from this high ground now as Crazy Man and Scattergengi trying to cross to this low ground. Scattergengi biding his time, has to be noting, I'm sure, at the periphery of Shroud-X's set up those strategists. They're trying to catch Impunity out for the time being. Maybe burst the Groot down. That might be the plan. He gets a ball walk though. So Scattergengi has to wait on this one. Tries to throw.
He got picked and all that.
Away with the shift, and Dongmin now has a.
Bro, where are the direct fucking meatballs, Dongmin? Fucking slam him. He's a big ass tree. Just throw it at him.
Yeah, Shikigami are going to be cleaning up on map 1 here.
GG.
Vision pops the ultimate, but no way you're getting value with the full focus fire bearing down on you. And that was a tough one for Shroud-X. Like, 2 of their players that dropped first were the players with ultimates who needed to deploy them. That's the cost of giving up that high ground. They weren't able to forward hold the choke point. They lost that position. And then the retake was pretty easy from there on out from Shikigami. They were willing to play it patient and just work the picks, confident in their duelist to get that advantage.
Enough dead with all, GG.
Deliver a map from it.
Yeah.
0 Shikigami looking to repeat history on Shroud-X, but Shroud-X have showed that they have a real fight in them that I think we're going to see more out of this team throughout the series.
Absolutely. Look at Crazy Man's performance.
Here we go. Crack open it back for the boys.
We got a really
Crack it open.
Lively start in this.
Maybe I got a serialized card.
Exactly what you want to see for 2 teams that are vying for the chance to take
nope, it's dog shit.
Thieves, and of course fight for that $1,000 prize money pocket. This is the kind of start we want. This is what gets my blood running.
That was that first game we wanted. Unfortunately for the S-Men, they run out of gas. Jake, is it going to be Bucky time? Because we saw the best out of Visions you're going to get. The man's popping off on Hella.
Puckett, are you listening?
Final round.
You know, I do think
he's
Bucky
listening.
is going to be pretty strong in North America with these teams, you know, so focused on, like, if you're both going to play Hella, Bucky is maybe
stream sniping
next up duelist in terms of the ability to work picks and find opportunities. However, that being said, I think both these teams have shown a bit of strategic diversity. I think this is a really strong Hella map. There are other maps that, you know, maybe that triple strategist can work. Maybe teams will elect to ban.
Literally in between games, my man is listening. Legend. That is fucking legendary. Actually legendary.
A little bit more of that duel. I don't see either team backing down.
They're gonna run it back. They're gonna run it back. I think that like this is also because the Namor is banned, right? So you do at least have the Winter Soldier to combo with the Strangling Prison, right? Something else that can drop on into their very powerful AoE ultimate from Groot here, but. Yeah, if we get we see, like Hella looked at,
if we didn't over-ult there, we probably would have been a map win on that first point.
And I feel like if Shroud-X were to ban the Hella,
we got to get my goat off the bench.
Impunity
call window. Tell him to wake up.
But I feel like Crazy got the best in the opening round.
Now we've had
keep your eyes on the Strangling Prison.
To be as blunt as possible, we have had some roster dilemmas between the 8-man roster that we have. So that's why you see a lot of swapping around. We definitely, like, hindsight is a thing here. We definitely shouldn't have swapped in the MRI. We should have just stayed with what we had and just played it out.
restrictions on map.
It almost felt like it was like a desperation swap, I guess. I don't know how to explain it, but basically we're playing fucking musical chairs right now, you know? Is that the right? Yeah. Hot potato? No. What's the one where you keep? Yeah, musical chairs. Yeah, that one.
If they want to make the run back in this series, it's inevitable. It's also something that, you know, realistically, you want to beat the top teams in Marvel Rivals. You can't be totally reliant on getting your maps. But this is an opportunity for respite. This is their chance. They take.
Wait, we picked Dom?
See what they have cooked up.
What the fuck?
To the chat, I saw someone asking, "Is that Jake from ESPN and Uber from Disney XD?" It is, guys. It's
You're on DNT as well, Puckett. I mean, you're not getting away with that one, bro.
It's okay. Me and Window could be benched together. Hogs. Don't say that.
I love our chat.
Hogs.
It's never changed. It's always
Wait, did you just leak something?
Continue on. We have 2 more matches to go here in NA. This one about to get underway. You can see Hell's Heaven is going to be.
I will say everything that I expect to happen is probably going to happen. The classic new game scene, right? This is the classic new game scene. Brand new game. Orgs come in, sign a bunch of teams. Teams either do well or they don't do well. And if they don't do that well, shakeups happen. Everybody moves around. If they do well, they stay. I expect that to be the case. I expect a lot of shakeups to happen between all of these rosters. But that's just because it's a brand new game. I'm curious to see if that actually happens, because that was my guess going into the MRI, and it's still my guess going after the MRI, looking at it now. I'm assuming there's going to be some shakeups, probably. Who knows? Maybe it'll even be on my team. This week's musical chairs, next week's Russian roulette. Jesus Christ, Dainid. Holy, that's brutal. Holy.
How deadly Hella is.
Oh my
I think
goodness.
Starlord comes in as soon as Hella gets looked at, because you notice that Adam Warlock was available. It changes the whole.
If I speak,
whole look of things. Looks like
Hog, say no more. You've said enough. You've said enough.
I mean,
same bands.
Both teams are just running it back.
Same exact bands.
Honestly, it was an incredible.
Same bands.
I don't blame either squad.
And do we do it again?
Confidence for not wanting to make any big changes. I mean, going to Hell's Heaven is going to be enough of a shift, and so far it's
probably, yeah. I don't see why not.
The biggest opportunity is for Shroud-X to maybe change their second ban, but I'm not convinced they really need to. Yeah, just target banning a comfort pick for Shikigami, one that they don't intend to use themselves. I think perfectly reasonable to make no major strategic adjustments. Honestly, I'd be worried for Shroud-X if they were, doing some kind of crazy 180 after what was an incredibly close map 1. You might argue, like, if round 1.
So my team picked
on that Hella comp,
this. I hope I'm not an influence here. Okay, I hope I'm not an influence here. My team picked domination, and the last time I talked to them, I said, "You guys are nasty at domination. Why don't you try picking it more?" And I don't know if my words affected this decision, but I hope they don't lose. But I did say that. I did. It's on stream and everything. I went into the team's Discord. I was hanging out. I was vibing. I was like, bro, why don't you guys just try picking Dom? You guys are nasty at it. And they were like, all right, lock in. And look at them picking domination. Hopefully this doesn't bite them in the ass. They're trying the same comp. They're trying the Guardians comp again.
If you don't run a flanker, and it can be super annoying, can lead to these crazy.
If they lose, it's all your fault.
Overwhelming poke pressure.
Sure, man. Just blame me every time. Fuck it.
Also a huge threat. I'm just curious though, from Shikigami, they looked amazing at following up, especially the Bucky ultimate. It's not just Bucky, of course, he's gonna land, like any good Bucky is gonna land the ult and get those procs on the
If they lose, blame me.
It's a top team to have.
They already lost the first domination, so.
In that last map, it was Shikigami that had a decisive advantage. Once again, though, Shroud-X, they're going back to the triple strategist, believing in it on this map. It's a little bit more enclosed, but I'm worried. Amadian could put in the work right now.
Again, we also have the team up here with Adam Warlock in play. So Doomed and Nuck, of course, especially, are going to be that much harder to remove from the game in general. Doom can play just with that extra level of aggression here. The Guardians of the Galaxy team up is a little powerful at the moment. Just like we saw in Europe. Shikigami, though, putting out some good damage. Look how low vision is right now. In fact, everybody taking a face as they try and push up into Shikigami. Here comes Doomed over the top.
Dongman's farming his ult a little slow, a little concerning.
Doomed, though, has to respect the oncoming damage, especially from this front line. As these walls come up, there'll be vines lashing. A good damage on Crazy Man. Desperately, Shikigami keep their Groot alive, and Amadian was bought enough time to take Impunity out of the game.
Picking up the Groot is a huge opportunity for Shikigami.
He's in their backline, but can't do enough damage because he's Star-Lord.
Follows it up with another one onto Donovan, and now Amadian walls down. No
nice shot
to stop him. Cleaning house here on the point. It'll be a quick flip back, but Shroud-X have 20% in the bank. It's not nothing to write home about here. However, Shikigami looking at a full stack of pretty much going to have 6 ultimates for this next team.
Why no Luno? I think because everybody was dead.
Do they have
right?
the execution to handle the triple strategist comp? I think this is a much more challenging comp from a team play perspective to execute. You know, these strategists need to be.
Wait, we got a free cap. I didn't even realize we capped that shit. We got 20%. Badass.
For a lot of damage from the Lunar Snow as well. A lot of the time she needs to use that Ice Arts, honestly, to go on the aggressive. Here we go. Shroud-X going to try and push their way out. It's going to be a Soul Resurgence to start this fight off. A Meteor Rem, though, threatens them from above. Skadagengi about to
hit it, Dongmin. Fuck yeah.
Reciprocating. His, though, is a little better. Looks like Second Mouse gets the cheese is a real thing here. Daze falls, but Vision is out of the game. They should be able to come back with Cocoon Revival. Yep, they will be into the fight pretty quickly. So Shroud-X still working with a full cohort of 6 now.
Holy, he got 2?
Had nowhere to go. Vision blows him up there with the standard attack, and this will be Shroud-X victorious. Should be able to break back in now.
Kill this guy. Kill him. Sorry.
Not only do they win the fight, get the flip back, but Shikigami held on tight there. They committed many of their critical ultimates to try to make that hold, and they failed. So Shroud-X are actually in a fantastic position in the round. And this is a map in particular for triple strategists where holding on to the point is incredibly strong with, you know, the ability for Star-Lord to play above choke points on off angles. Really awkward to walk in. Now Amadian, he doesn't have any of that space to work with. He's got to earn each inch as he comes back into the map, and he's going to have to be dueling.
Vision has res for whatever they have. Uh-oh. No. You knew that hook was coming, Imp. You knew it was coming. Throw a wall down or something. Oh, we're dead. We're dead. We're dead. We're dead. We're dead. We're dead. Wow. We're not dead. Wait a second.
That would be ridiculous. Impunity, though, does get revived with that Karmic Revival. This is Shroud-X still at full force. Vision values the Groot enough to spend an ultimate on bringing just him back.
Yeah, the moving structure kept Vision moving while he was ulting, and so Amadian couldn't land the shots to cancel that out. Now, though, they're charging into the room with the help of the Star-Lord, taking the commitment to Shikigami. Ults being
holy fuck, get out of there. What is this game? Holy fuck, what is happening?
Shikigami able to stand up and provide the damage where needed to break through. The immense healing throughput of this triple strategist look.
That was...
Shroud-X gonna get up to 90%
chaos
now. Flip comes in for Shikigami. They're gonna need to make 1 or 2 holds here. They have a couple valuable tools, especially Ricky with this invisible barrier.
Doomed is out of sync from the mag, which is really, really good. He knows that he's out of sync too, which is a good thing. Doomed should, if he plays this cards right, he should get a nice free ult.
Seen how good they are at focus firing it in rounds past.
One of this the world as well. The Mardian can actually combo with that.
They get Ricky out when Ricky's over, he ults. And they should win.
APM at an all-time high, trying to stave off this poke damage. And here comes the prison, catches 3 and in there like swimwear is Impunity. Big damage being put down. Nuck gets there as well. Skadagengi going to fall now, and Mardian doesn't have much to do from up on high.
Nuck has res, it's fine.
Really staves off much of that hella damage, and now Shroud-X are getting back in control here. Now, of course, coming back off.
Kill that man.
Revival, and Crazy Man tries to shut himself in. I get it. Shroud-X, excuse me.
Uh-oh.
Now, and Shikigami have to pour
Doom, they haven't. This is bad. Doom just gonna ult. Doom just gonna ult. Wait, that's good. Ricky used ult insta. This is good. This is good. This is good. Doom is gonna. As long as Doom is alive here, he cleans up. Clean up! Clean up! Clean up! No! Ah! Mamma mia! Res now! Okay, he's back. We're all dead again. We're all dead again. We lost. Unless? Oh god, they have a support ult, we don't. Ah! Fuck!
Hayabagamoto comes over, Skadagengi built that awfully quickly. Now he starts whipping it good, folks. Nuck falls, and Shikigami, just when it looked like they'd
damn
this round, come back in with a sick portal. Skadagengi builds up an ultimate in like 5 seconds, man.
That's so huge that Shikigami in the previous
Cheeky
fight were able to
slingshot.
get the flip with
They're
only
the win. They're
90%
leading.
for
You
Shroud-X.
can't cheeky
Shroud-X
slingshot
had
here.
99.
There's no
Like,
slingshot, okay? They're
maybe
in the
that
lead.
retake doesn't come
Don't give
through.
them that.
They were able to burst Ricky down.
Are
as
we
well
asked? No, they
in
played
the
that well.
Strangling Prison before he could get that
I mean,
invisible
what
barrier
did they lose to? They lost the
this
portal.
is an impressive
They
fight,
played that
but
well.
I'm kind of curious. I actually feel, did Shikigami, did they intentionally not commit that invisible barrier, knowing that they could get the TP back in and that strategist ult would give them the decisive advantage to win the round? If so, they are playing with a really small margin right here. But that's the mark of some of the strongest teams, though, in the hero shooter genre. They're willing to take risks. They're willing to push things down to the second, maybe the millisecond.
He did a CEO intervention, get window in there. I think Dongman's playing well. I'll be honest.
Was halfway back to the point the old-fashioned way.
Listen, Dongman's on 60 FPS, this guy, okay? He's doing good at 60 FPS. Have some faith. My man in a team fight goes down to 40.
On that strategist. Now, though, once again, advantage Shikigami going into round 2.
Yeah, again, I think just having that fate of both worlds for a first fight that they can play more aggressively and just try to walk up on the back line. But
Let Dongman cook, okay? Let him cook.
Stop them in their tracks, and Shroud-X have got both of these strategist ultimates ready to leverage. This is a pretty scary prospect here if you're Shikigami. And they've got to be tracking some of those now. Which
Nice, Impster. Nice.
Okay, down to the door latch.
No.
Impunity trying to push up here. The soul bond means again you can go absolutely ham with that fate of both worlds.
Ooh, good push on the side there.
They got split off to the right.
That was a good split.
And Shikigami with a bit of a maladroit start to this second round.
Very good start. Very good start. Fucking, you guys are better than these guys, bro. Fucking kill them.
For these duelists to work their picks. I mean, we've seen Daze and Amedian find their magic before, but this is an
Buy him a house with fiber and a Ferrari.
This is a map where I think the triple strategist is just a stronger look. So Shroud-X, maybe having the confidence that in the fullness of this entire map that they're going to have the edge strategically. Shikigami, let's see if they can work some kind of a pick, but this walk-up is a very difficult thing.
Absolutely, and there's just so much that could snarl them up here. Of course, once they get onto the point, they'd be subject to Galactic
Holy
Legend. Could be
fuck.
scary. Yeah, Diggs gets
Holy
caught out here
fuck.
with those Shikigami is, and
Was
there's
that a
just not much to
soulbound,
do. You're
like, hard
walking
push?
straight into the ocean here with how Shroud-X are set up. Happy to play off.
Fucking eat their ass, baby.
Cut you to the quick. This is going to be.
We win this, I crack open a cold one.
20% for Shroud-X.
I do.
It's a really nice fight from them. They play with the advantage positionally, and they don't dump ultimates, putting them in a great position to snowball and continue to get ahead in the round. This next fight, though, likely going to be a long one, an explosive one with a lot of ultimates ready to be deployed. That being said, I'm curious to see if Shroud-X look to still start it off on the right foot, look for those aggressive openings and force
Dogman.
Shikigami into
Oh,
the
map
awkward
change.
initiation.
Haha. Lose some time. Lose some time.
Where are you going, bro?
That is absolutely brutal.
This flank could be huge. They're not gonna be aware of it.
No.
No.
Martin's trying to go for an off angle here, but you just
Well, it doesn't really matter.
Damage to get through an invisible boundary. So
No,
Martin's
no, no, no.
looking, they
Look,
step
turn.
back of it.
Yes.
Great work from Shikigami. They pushed Shroud-X
Oh,
out
we're all
of that
dead.
Invisible Woman ultimate. Now they can lay some damage down. Kraken Impact just came online for days, but Shikigami's already found 2. They are going to commit a meteor into
Wait,
this
Doom
fight.
Dalton?
The Galactic Legends coming over the top by
Oh, I guess
Doom.
everyone's
Can
rezzing, 'cause
Shroud-X
fucking res
out.
comp.
Shikigami
Dude, that guy was
happy
1
making
HP.
from that Cocoon Revival. Though,
Fuck.
already fallen now. Daze checking that high ground, but no, he's happy enough just to go to work on Dongmin. Take him out of the fight.
Bro, what is happening?
Here from Vision. They would bring 2 back into the fight, but it's unlikely.
They have a better support ult, dude. Oh no, our support ult ends now. They have, I mean, at least we got to 99. Their goal there was to blow their load, so we got 99. I mean, that's it. That's all we were trying to do. Blow our load to get to 99, and hopefully win one more fight and win the game.
They are going to get a couple key stagger kills, and maybe you're going to look for more. Oh,
well, that's fine. Quick reset, as they say. Just end it real quick.
he was so close to his own spawn. He thought, why not?
It's just a,
Shikigami here.
at this
Now
point,
in control. They also were going to push off the point and try and force Shroud-X to fight them amongst these chokes. Both of the strangling prisons are pretty even in terms of their ult charge, but Crazemang has to be careful.
it's the cigarettes, man. He smokes and shit. He smokes cigarettes, bro. Fucks with his brain, you know?
Impunity gets chunked down quick and very timely. Soul Bond comes down there for vision, but Impunity still has to hide out of line of sight.
Big value now. Shikigami, though, with the ultimate advantage. Shroud-X, they don't have anything to open with, so I think they're looking to get a bit of an extended poking phase here, charge up some of those ultimates. Dongmin, he's been a difference maker in round.
Uh-oh.
See if he can find something as Daze, though. Looking in on the flank, trying to get those early picks. There it is. Triple, maybe more.
There is something so satisfying, Jake, about seeing that little impact indicator above your enemies' heads. And that's the combo, right? That was the strength.
No, let him
Kraken impact
reset.
basically
Okay, that's fine.
guarantees you the win in situations like that. And Shikigami are up to 62.
Cigarettes and coffee.
So powerful. They're able to win it off with that combo. Now it's a big fight for Shroud-X. So they've got everything they should need to make this comeback. That being said, there's always the risk that somebody like a Maddie in her days finds a hero pick, finds something that they shouldn't. Shroud-X can't give any kind of openings here on the walk if they have big ultimates, but how are they going to open this fight up first?
Dongmin has the launch codes, the red button on his desk, Meteor M up his sleeve, ready to deploy, but it's going to be Galactic Legend over the top first for Doomed.
Kill Ricky. Kill Ricky. Dongmin. Dongmin, kill Ricky now.
Over this fight, Namadi and Taste of the Skies. One more shot on Doomed would have been enough, but he's just too
Why aren't we ulting?
And he dives into the healing of his own Lunar Snow. Now, Fidel gonna hold on to that ultimate.
There we go. GG. Wrap it up. Wrap it up. I'm not even gonna watch. Not even gonna watch. Not even looking. Wrap it up. Wrap it up. Wrap it up. Take it home. Take it home. Go next map. Or wait, no. Go next point.
Alive in this map in the dying seconds of our second round. Shroud-X looked to close it out, and no portal's gonna save Shikigami this time.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a massive
lucky ass team. Sorry.
Right, shuts down.
It was a good match.
Invisible woman denies a lot of that sustain.
In all honesty, this is a really good match. I feel like both my team and Shikigami are evenly matched. I really do. I think my team's a little bit better if they don't jump off the map. But that's okay.
You really need a strategist ultimate to be able to survive through that, especially
now. What happens if either of these teams win and go play 100 Thieves in the finals?
So in a huge part of that round.
Well, I don't know. I don't know what'll happen.
Suggest the fact that they walked in with 3 or 4 big ultimates off the rip.
Do you think any of these teams could throw down against 100 Thieves?
Forcing Shikigami to push them in the choke was a big component of that. It's very favorable that they're able to have a Lunar Snow ultimate up their sleeve, one they didn't have to use in the last fight of their previous.
Everyone's saying no. Wrong answer. The answer is yes. We will beat their ass.
Out there to secure it, given that it was 99 to 99, so they can have that to lean on here, Jake.
Scattergang, yeah. What if he's going to go for an opening TP? Seems like it will be a move to the high ground. This map we've seen.
Honestly, the portals in this game are so fucking cool. Like, what game has portals besides Portal? You know? And Splitgate, but they have a bad version of portals.
And again, if they can just occupy this high ground and use the shield to make it punishing, but create a virtual choke that Shroud-X had to challenge.
I don't even count Splitgate as real portals. They're like fake because you can't see through them. Unless it's your own.
Good pressure here being put down on Crazy Man.
I don't even know if you can see through your own. Can you? I think you can.
He can play that a little bit more aggressive. Looking to come forward now. Galactic Legend.
Ult him, Doom. Ult him. Ult him.
And this should be enough in theory to drag down that Doctor Strange. Bam! Big damage on Amadi, and they just could not hide away quickly enough. And this is a devastating run from our Star-Lord. Doom tears strips off of them, and Shikigami get bundled back to spawn.
And Shikigami feeling the hurt of that last round.
Whoa, 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 chill, Doom. You're gonna get 2-shot. Holy fuck, he insta got heady too.
It's not enough to find kills. Doom over the top. I mean, that Galactic Legend, when you don't have a Meteor M to counter it, you are in real trouble.
I'm just happy Shroud mentioned Splitgate. It's a pretty cool game, actually.
He's got that constant buff up.
Oh, fucking.
Getting all these shields from the Magneto, tons of resources being poured into the Star-Lord. Doom needs to deliver.
Ooh, push him, push him. Let him know. Let him know they ain't shit. Uh-oh. What are we ulting? I don't know. I don't know what we're ulting.
Kraken impact. It will be unassisted by a Strangling Prison, though, and you've got to be a little bit... Well, you've got to exercise a bit more judgment about how best to use that ultimate. Scattergang looks like he might be out of position here, but of course with an Eye of Agamotto, we can turn the fight in a matter of seconds. He's full charge and he's going to go for it here.
Looking like me out there. That's my kind of ults when I play that character. Fuck, I love this game, bro. I feel like I have a million things to improve on, and it fucking makes me fucking happy. You know?
He's going to get caught by this crude damage. Crazy Man also falling, and Shikigami might be starting to struggle, Jake, with this triple healer look.
They definitely are. Shroud-X played that fantastically well. Great recognition.
You know you wanted to say horny. I did, but Hogs was here.
Greedy with the Hela positioning. They immediately turn back from the choke point, force her down, and even with the Kraken impact, it's just not enough because you don't have the Hela. You don't have the follow-up to get those executions. Now, This
Yes,
should just
big
be
blocks,
textbook
big
for
blocks.
Shroud-X. Shikigami on some desperation picks, trying to work some chaos.
They got a
But
touch.
Shroud-X have everything
Whoa,
they
whoa, whoa,
need
whoa,
to
whoa,
win
whoa,
this last
whoa,
one.
whoa, whoa, whoa.
Meter M here.
No, fucking hit the meter M, dude.
Anything else just in case that Lambo gets
What do they pay you for?
Shroud-X comfortable. Here they come. Impunity catching Amadian out of the strangling prison. Vision does fall, but the damage surely already done as Doomed is now able to run roughshod over the back.
Kill
of
him!
Shikigami.
Sorry.
Cheeky freeze there. Credit to Dinks to try and keep the dream alive. There's not a whole lot they can do with Shroud-X where they shut out.
Let's fucking go, boys. That's what I like to see.
Really well played.
Let's go, S-Men.
Synergy from Shroud-X when they play that.
Oh,
that's the different
boy.
thing you have, right? When it gets to an open air extended duel, right? The hell of the Winter Soldier.
1-1. Get the cold one. Crack it open. Crack it open. The hot one. Cold one. Fidel. Hey, the man that fell off the map. There he is.
Doubling down, going back to the composition that worked for them previously, and looking impressive now. Coming into a 1-1 series. Very curious to see where Shikigami are going to take us next.
Absolutely, because you're probably looking towards a map where it's a little bit harder to I guess abuse the triple strategist comp. That's a map that
Not a 2-0. Well, I think it's a BO5, isn't it? Is it a BO5? Oh, it's first. Wait.
Are first banning this wall for
it's a BO3.
One duelist that I think can really
Oh,
defeat
fuck.
this triple strategist because their proximity is so crucial. For these like heavy.
Oh, fuck. It's a BO3, bro. Fuck me. I thought even if we lost, we had a chance. Holy shit. Well done. Locked in.
That was fun to watch. Well done, Shroud-X, tying things up at 1 apiece. And Jake, towards the end, they looked like they were in total control, choking them out with the triple support.
It's a BO5. It's a BO5.
The walk-ups.
First to 3 is BO5.
They're running
Yeah,
triple support.
that makes sense.
Are they supposed to walk out
Yep.
the point freely? And if so, what am I?
It took me a second to get there. It did.
I have the advantage.
I'll be honest.
The damage output.
Took me a lot longer than I'm proud of, but I got there.
Kicks in, with you have Hela, you have Winter Soldier. Both of them are going to be looking on the off angles, trying to find opportunities.
Oh, all good.
Matchup, I think it's a lot about your confidence in your duelists. Like if your duelists find those back-to-back headshots, you just get a kill out of nowhere. That's not really something that the triple strategist comp looks to do. Theoretically, Adam Warlock can, but it's going to be pretty rare, much more common for Hela and Winter Soldier to provide those.
You see the PoE 2 updates? I'm going to watch a video of the recap. I'm so excited. I heard it's a really big update. XQC is it here?
Get to the point where
what the fuck?
It's time to fight on the objective.
Legends. What's up, man?
And just as
I don't think I've ever seen him type in my chat.
Consistently banning it out.
That's crazy.
You can always just throw a ban at the Adam Warlock. Shikigami are ultimately making the choice.
He's been following me for 8 years.
Than something like a Loki.
Let's fucking go.
I'm curious to see, do Shikigami
XQC go live, man.
Now that they've lost a map, the triple support looked pretty solid.
Just being a chatter. I'm being a chatter. That's how I would imagine a chat message to like a chatter to I would imagine them to say that, and I think they did.
Just joining us, this is a rematch from the MRI. Now we get to see it for an opportunity to play 100 Thieves. He's
been grinding on Rivals. I know. I see PVC. I see PVC pipe on all the time. He's been grinding hard. Honestly, it's kind of dope. This is like this game is kind of like a bridge of a lot of different games. I wasn't there. Let me mute this. I wasn't there for the Overwatch blow up because I was playing Counter-Strike. But I don't know how much Overwatch bridged communities, but Marvel Rivals feels like it's a bridge for a lot of different game genres and communities. But like I said, I don't know. Maybe Overwatch was the same shit. I don't know. Not gonna lie, I'm the last remaining solo player at 200 Eternity right now. Fuck yeah, that's good. You're on that grind. Everybody does stack, including myself. I've been playing a lot more solo recently, though. It's been pretty fun. Why'd you have to show him fall off the map again, man? He already feels bad. I've been having a lot of luck solo queuing, actually. I feel like a lot more luck than I normally have, so that's good. When's the next game? They start pretty fast. Rivals Fight Night starts pretty quick. Like, I wouldn't be surprised if they go live in the next, 2 minutes. It's just the MRI that takes forever.
Enough to get rid of a Starhorn from Doomed in the future.
Yeah, I think, we've seen different teams take different approaches, Puckett, on that front. Some teams have just said, you know what, if I just ban the Adam Warlock team up, I'm not that worried about the Star-Lord as an individual, without those Adam Warlock links, without the Resurrect.
Jake looks like a movie star, no?
Other teams though have just said, you know what, we're going to get rid of
Looks
the
like a
Star-Lord.
celebrity.
It is, I think, one of the
You know what I mean?
strongest team ups in Marvel Rivals right now. So a lot
Got
of
that
teams
look.
surely have thought about it and considered, you know, if we do need to ban that team up, what are we going to do? That being said, Shikigami, they know all this. Like, they're a strong team. They've intentionally let through the triple strategist. They felt like they could beat it in map 1. They were right. Map 2 went against them here. Now going to Shin Shibuya. Good map for Star-Lord.
Shin Shibuya is going to be a fun one. We haven't seen Venoms yet. Maybe those will be brought out. We saw it in the previous series. Is there something in particular you want to see on this map, Uber, and do you expect
Just say you find him attractive. It's okay.
It's definitely possible. I don't know if like Hela really gets looked at here,
that's
but you
funny.
can probably expect to see a shift more over towards like Doctor Strange and Venom in terms of those.
Uber does look like a con
You
man.
need
Yeah.
a portal. On the attack side, you
Overwatch
have to
scene
strain
used to
for
call
them
him
behind. I just
Tom
don't think
Cruise.
It's reasonable to try and walk up on the choke in this map.
I can see it.
too Unfavored there, and the Venom is really
Same
important
bands?
because you
Ban
can traverse this
Wolverine,
high
ban
low
Loki?
ground
Let's
and catch
see.
people out. Remember,
Shikigami bans
denying
Loki.
proximity
We
from
ban
these
Wolverine.
heroes is the name of the game. That's
Again.
what we're gonna do. Venom can do it, not as well as Wolverine, but can still have an impact and force people to move with that cellular corrosion.
Protect Groot.
All right, we're going to do the same exact bans and protects every single game. There's going to be the group protect. They want to get rid of the rocket. Luna's going to get protected, and then the Namor is going to get banned. Pretty exciting stuff. So here's the real question, Jake. Are we seeing the triple strategist out of the gate? Is it something later in the game? Venom's in the building.
Venom, protect.
I mean, they're still gonna ban
You guys take it
Rocket
away.
though.
Yo, I'm gonna call this map Shinsha.
Oh.
Baby. Finally, we get something a little bit different. You know what I'm saying?
Wait a second.
Good.
Wait, they might not ban
Venom. I
Rocket.
think, honestly,
Okay, never
there's
mind.
a lot of skill expression in that hero, despite him not having like huge burst damage output. And
All right, what the fuck do we play here?
Now Star-Lord is gonna stay dead when you shoot him in the head. That's what we'd like to see.
Bucky.
Yeah, I think these are great bans from Shikigami. I think
Oh,
I'm
we
curious
got
to see how they
Bucky,
integrate the Venom into the style.
Bucky,
You know, some teams have chosen
Groot,
to run a
Mag,
massive flanking duelist alongside the Venom to benefit from his ability to
Hela,
get on top of backlines and pick off strategists. However, other teams, you know, play
Luna,
based style and use the Venom as a distraction. That would certainly fit with the duelist picks from
Invis, I guess.
Shikigami in the last couple maps. I think, you know, the sky's the limit right now.
What the hell is Shikigami gonna run though? They protected Venom.
Show their strategic depth.
Jake, I just saw a question. With Venom, is Psylocke the ideal duelist to pair with them?
I think it's a great option. It's interesting we don't see so much.
Nah, they're not gonna play Spider-Man.
more
They're not gonna play
on top
Spider-Man.
of
No way.
Marvel Rivals. However, I do
They
think
are
there
not
is
gonna
a
play
lot of skill
Spider-Man.
expression on the character.
Oh, they didn't ban Namor. Oh
Lock it in
fuck.
for now. I think there's always
Oh, that's
always
right. They banned
opportunity. It's a different way to approach the game. That, you know, a lot of teams have focused mostly
Wait, what?
on
Who do they ban?
to back poking style on like
Oh,
key
Adam.
burst combos. And it is going to be Namor Luna Snow coming through. So
Doomed is not playing Hela.
Crazy Man,
Interesting.
he's gonna be up against
Is
one of
Hela
the
bad
best
on this map?
anti-dive
I feel like I like
setups
Hela on
in
this
the game
map.
right now. I think
Namor is
especially with
fucking
Doom
huge on this
Overlord,
defense.
on the Winter Soldier
Vision
as
should be
well,
able to go on a
lot of
tear.
Disruption for these flankers and divers for Shikigami. They're gonna have their work cut out for them.
Shikigami's running something
The
interesting.
choke as well against this Namor setup is scary. A strange portal to get position and kind of defeat the high ground.
The only other person that has a better Namor than Vision is me.
A bloody abuse. Seems like where you kind of want to be, but
I couldn't say that with a straight face.
building there. Yeah, he's just popped above the roof. So looking for a way to get in.
Ooh,
Here
the
comes
double
the
dive.
Namor does not
I like
like being
that.
Jumped upon. He tries to cocoon himself now and has to give that high ground up. He will drop and try and maybe assume some form of position, but he will never be free just to free fire from this position while Crazy Man is.
I hate this map. It's such a clusterfuck.
Putting pressure on him. A bit of an inauspicious start.
This map is like so many
Magic, but
fights happening at the
the
same
Cyber
time. It's so
Marketing
confusing.
Shikigami are playing that full dive setup as well.
Uh-oh.
You know when they have Mantis and they're not trying to abuse the Guardians team up, that they are looking for a full dive setup.
Had Shroud-X, their strategist right now, Fidel and Nook doing a fantastic job of just being evasive. Like, you're not seeing them on the Venom screen, which means they're doing exactly what they need to do. Just make space, make time. Shikigami, they don't have time on their side with this offense. They need to find explosive moves. They need to create picks. If Shroud-X, if you're just 6-on-6 for an extended engagement, this Shroud-X comp is going to win 99 times out of 100. And it's an extremely favorable damage trade. Shikigami, they need to find instant burst kills. If they're not finding that, the fights are going to be difficult.
And it's tough to get them. I mean, Namor has an ability that purposely defeats that. You know, you can't. Get
Oh, he missed the right click.
That's the whole point. And of course, remember, he's benefiting from the team up with Luna Snow, so there's Monstro spawn, you get an extra one, and it slows you down, which is amazing against
I feel like Shikigami should do a double dive on our healers.
The damage on his own actually to work his way through the back line.
Damn.
Taken down and Scattergang
We didn't have
gets
ults.
involved.
Fucking
Amali's never wrapped around
pain.
here on this Psylocke now and is checking, I think, for an invisible woman after double jumping, but Nook is out of
That
there.
sucks.
Shikigami's dive finally pays off. They played the
Shroud, I
risk.
hear Mace might be a free agent.
First they were looking
Bro, that man is on a new team every fucking day. Nice touch. Holy fuck, let's go.
Okay, Vision's
Well-
low here. Low, but gonna drop out into the... Oh, buddy!
No.
So nice from Days. Vision was gonna use the Horde of Proteus.
No, we had the combo.
By a crack shot
No.
from Sister. Okay, here comes the Kraken impact here for Days. Gonna try and juke with that portal by the looks of things and jumps in. There's that Horde of Proteus. No good. Vision not able to find connect here, but Shikigami are running out of gas. The portal play for Shroud-X, despite losing their name more instantly, might hurt them. Scattergenki desperately being topped up now, but Shroud-X are looking towards their back line, and they are shooting it up. The Butterfly going to be committed to the fight. But there's not quite enough damage here. Can't quite cut through the healing of Shroud-X. Doom frozen up briefly. They've finally gotten rid of the Doctor Strange.
Good stall though. I mean, shit. Look how much time we've killed.
A little low. Needs to keep an eye out here. I think for Crazy Man, who's going to continue to move, but a soul resurgence for Sheik.
Look how much time we're killing, bro. This is huge. It's been like a whole minute.
Thrown up here by Nocto, and Ricky gets taken down. That's the Lunar Snow out of the mix. It's only a Mantis left.
No ults left. Namor should go to town. Hopefully. No fucking way. Let's go, boys. Let's fucking go. Fuck yeah. The worst part is, or sorry, not the worst part. The best part is, we fucked up. We fucked up and we still won. That goes a very long way here. The boys are definitely buzzing for sure.
They had done so little damage in the previous fights that they just
He doesn't play Strange. It's okay. Doom does not play Strange. It's all good. Dude, those ults are hard to hit.
Now though, Shikigami have another.
Wait, Doomed went Psy.
Vision already low, has
Fuck.
to force that bubble and back off the high ground.
Gets into safety though, blessing the D. So allows him to at least
Whoa,
have
whoa,
safe
whoa, whoa.
passage
Imp,
to the low
crazy
ground.
man.
Yeah,
Big combo? Nice. He died for that combo. Imp literally died for that combo. That's a W teammate right there, bro. That's a W teammate. My man literally died to make that combo happen. Let's fucking go. Good holds. I would have liked if you got no ticks at all, but it's fine.
Full dive in the past, but honestly, I don't often see it work against the Luna Snow Namor. I think that combo is so good at dealing with divers. You know, if you're Psylocke, as good as you are,
They need to cap this to win.
just clearing up the monster.
That's still quite a task, honestly. That's still quite a task.
Targeting down real players, not just turrets. And you don't really get that opportunity the way Shroud-X are playing. So fantastic job, not only in the oppressive defensive setup, but also that critical retake. Nuck, I want to give credit to the Invisible Woman there. Built up an incredibly fast invisible barrier.
Let's go,
to
Nuckster.
make that hold possible. He was charging it up, popped it instantly at 100%.
Oh,
That's
sorry.
what saved the fight for Shroud-X, what allowed them to make the full hold.
And also, I think
Okay,
the
so
fact that
Shikigami kind of changed their comp
the
a little
knockback
bit.
There was really important when you're dealing with a dive comp. It's not fun to play Venom, I think, in that scenario where you have the slowing Monstro spawn, able just to sort of, make it harder for you, the threat of being frozen by the Lunar Snow. And then, of course,
Vision is the server admin, but they don't really have anything good to deal with the Namor.
It doesn't pay off. Remember, this is their map selection. They really felt, Jake, that the dive comp would get them a lot of mileage here. Now we're going to see sides flip, and it looks as if Shikigami still want to play this Psylocke, this dive style on defense. Again, I guess they've got access inherently to good high ground. That's the plan.
Yeah, I mean, it might feel
How's Dogman's accuracy 0? He misses every shot.
However, I think they're giving up one of the biggest advantages of defense, which is the ability to aggressively spam attackers as they walk up. Shroud-X isn't going to have as much to worry about. They are going to have to deal with the potential threat of being picked off, but Psylocke already shows herself looking to just hit tanks and limits what this front line can do. I think Shroud-X, though, are going to get the move they look for.
Double dive.
Okay, trying to combo
of
course with the dive in of that Venom. Crazy Man has to extract himself there, and they do. They're healthy enough. They're going to be climbing amongst the masonry. Days, of course, he can drop down and boost himself. So pretty easy to get reset up. And I think that's a right click that doesn't quite connect here. So the monster spawn don't make short work.
Great pick. He could get back so fast, though, so it's not that. There we go. That's a big one. That guy's going to take a long time to get back. Oh, fuck yeah. GG. It's over. Wrap it up. Wrap it up. Shikigami, wrap it up. Wrap it up. Back it up. Hold on. It's not over yet. This is actually going to be really hard for Shiki. They're going to portal back, but there's going to be so much fucking damage coming through that they're just going to die. Yeah. Good fucking stuff, boys. 2-1. 2-1. Let's go.
already on Shroud-X. That portal came up and Daze just got instantly smoked through the portal. You can shoot through it. We can do it too.
Come on, boys. Come on, boys. Let's get this fucking dub. Don't choke this lead. Do not choke this lead.
Styled on them on Shibuya. I mean, this is a dominant victory for Shroud-X, one that sets the record straight from the last time Shikigami won 3-1 in that Marvel Rivals.
Nuckster MVP.
All right, Nuck, your paycheck's in the
He said S-Men. Did he say it again? God fucking damn it.
With the selection of that highlight intro, but I mean, have a look here. A pretty, I think, definitive seeing vision, you know, with over 10k damage done for what was a pretty short map. And we kind of talked about it, right? I don't think you get any more, and I'm using air quotes here, full dive than that composition that we saw from Shikigami. They were all in. This comp is all about following the Venom in and making sure you eliminate that first target. They couldn't even get rid of the number.
This is a BO5, so the map's not over. Or the series is not over. As much as I would love for the series to be over so my team could play against 100 Thieves, I want my team to play against 100 Thieves for the content so badly. It's a little selfish, I know, but I really want them to. So I really hope that we don't choke this lead. I hope we win this next map, go 3-1, and start playing against 100 Thieves. That sounds fucking lit.
If you're able to engineer the right pick band setup, I think if you're trying to full dive into Namor, Luna Snow,
let's go, S-Men.
Woman, you know, even the Groot, like the lockdown from the Strangling Prison, when you don't have as much durability on that heavy dive comp, Strangling Prison can get killed without any kind of combo, even through Strategist Ultimate. So really well played for Shroud-X, well selected strategically, and Shikigami shows something very different to come back in the series.
Jake, in that final round, they were running just...
No, we're not ass-men. We're not the ass-men. We're the S-men.
Is this truly on that level of healer for strategists?
I like ass-men, though. It's pretty good.
I questioned it as soon as I saw him in the spawn room, and nothing changed. They just kept bringing it for 4 minutes.
I think people bring the Mantis out when they want a little bit more damage and playmaking, thinking they're going to get away with that because they're going to be bringing the aggression to the other side. And I don't hate it conceptually. Like, if you're going to play dive, I don't hate the inclusion of a Mantis.
What's the percentage win chance you would give SDX versus 100 Thieves? Upsets happen? 100%.
Into basically the full anti-dive setup. I mean, I felt like...
No, we're not the C-men either. God damn it, guys.
They had like clearly had a plan for it. You know, that they didn't run the hell out right there.
Bro, start the next map. They're yapping too much. Bro, it's like 3 minutes max. Chill. Go get some water. Go get a cup of coffee. And come back and we'll be in the match.
So I think just really well played from Shroud-X. They look strategically much more sound on that map.
And just to tack onto that as well, like the Mantis also, you sacrifice healing throughput, Pucker, for the ability to keep people healed when they're out of your line of sight. When you're playing with divers, you can't always see them. If you're playing like a invisible woman, it can...
Is this your org? Yeah, it's my team. I don't know if like org is the right term for my team. You know what I mean?
It might just not be enough throughput to give those divers enough durability when they go in.
Yeah, just play Invisible Woman so we don't lose our rank game. Thanks, guys. We got to go to a break because our producer really needs to use the restroom. It's the first one all show. So do us a favor, take a moment, head
all right, never mind. They're taking a little bit of a break here because they gotta go pee-pee. Even casters need a pee-pee, you know?
As well. This is just the challenger match from NA. We got more of your favorite Rivals players when we come back.
If this was a serious venture and you owned this team, what would you be addressing right now? What do you mean I do own this team? The only thing that I would be addressing, which has already been addressed, is my team is a very close group of friends. A lot of them are friends. And when it comes to like making roster changes or anything, I'd imagine my team would struggle because when you're that close with your friends, having an outsider come in is probably pretty hard. So they already know that they need to improve on that because we're early in the scene. Nobody's, to be frank here, nobody's position on any team is safe. Nobody. It's too new of a scene. So you gotta learn. Like, my goal for these players is there is a world in where if I keep doing this thing, it's not gonna be the same roster, right? So my goal for this team and whoever is on it at all times is to try to have the right people help them learn how to grow as players and just as individuals, you know? And that's what's up. That's a W. It's me. I'm the right people. True. Danon's the only I mean, yeah. Danon's the fucking GOAT. I can't tell you how much Danon has been helping. That man is a fucking legend. He is esports in my eyes. God bless his soul. Impunity's hitting beautiful Groot ults? Yeah. He landed like every single one. He even fucking sent, he even risked his whole life to get one. He fucking sent it out there. Dude, okay, am I crazy? Or is Rivals Fight Night production better than the MRI? What the fuck is going on here? MRI needs to fucking step their shit up. They're looking like a bunch of amateurs. And these are the amateurs. Rivals Fight Night are the amateurs. No offense to them. I know they've been doing this for a while, but you know what I mean? Is this a viable business, or are you doing this for pleasure? No, this is not a viable business. I'm doing it for fun. Purely for fun. 3 times they're showing this. 3 times. Oh my god. He's never going to live this moment down. You like burning money? I mean, you got to burn your money at some point. You know? What, are you going to sit on it forever? You got to do things that make you happy. Or else what's the fucking point of anything? You know? There's really no such thing as burning money, honestly. Like, that is literally the point of it. That is the point of it. That's what you do. Bro, you're supposed to hoard your wealth. Fuck yeah. Speaking of burning money, open up a pack. Yes, sir. Lock in. Opening up a pack right now. Lock it in. Here we go. I think each pack's like $30. It's crazy. All right, here we go. Lock in. What do we got? SDX1? No way. Well, it's not over. Oh! I actually don't know the original card. It's a Japanese print of... M0399.
Welcome back to Rivals.
I don't know, but it's Japanese print. That goes hard.
Going down. Shroud-X taking the lead after a big win in game number 3. But now, we turn the corner. Shikigami, your map choice.
Unless it's a
Welcome
circle,
in.
in which case we never turn the corner, you know,
right?
We're just going around and around.
Maybe we'll just keep turning left. Our style. We got Jake here.
Japanese print.
This has been a pretty fun matchup.
I don't know what card it is, though.
After map 1. Now they're in the
I have not gotten this card.
They are 1 map away from making it into our finals against 100 Thieves. And this would be a revenge opportunity for them, right? We got to remind folks what happened in the losers bracket just a week ago.
Yeah, revenge, but also just like them showing that they've really come alive, I think, in this metagame and have really understood what is important.
Have you seen the orange venom? Yeah, why did they... Oh, kitty. Oh my god, there's a kitty. There's a kitty. Oh my god, there's a cat. We can't see it all. Oh my god. Kitty cam, please. No. There's a cat over there. Look, look, look. There's a cat. There's a cat. Oh my god, there's a cat. Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. Please, kitty, move just a little bit to your right. Please. Just like 1 or 2 inches to your right.
What they can do against 100 Thieves, but right now, I think they've got the right call. I think their style is the one that's kind of being lifted by the game in terms of the team ups that are most...
Show the cat.
I think they're going to go all the way in this series.
If we can, production, we would love to update everybody who missed the first half of the show. Here on Rivals Fight Night, not only do we highlight the
there's a
greatest
cat.
players on the planet, Jake, but also
What?
some of the greatest skins and in-game items brought to us.
The cat's right there. Oh,
Marvel Rivals has
twerk it.
invested in our
Twerk it. Twerk it. Thank you.
This is pure content.
Damn, bro.
I wasn't even hungry when you read it to me. I wasn't hungry at all. Still not hungry.
Still on. I would like the Ricardo.
You could save it.
You don't twerk the flutes? This is my jam.
That's fair.
Watch me shake.
I feel like you have to twerk really fast to flutes, no?
Yeah, shout out to Venom. Shout out to everyone behind the scenes who decided we needed an orange Venom twerking in the middle of our broadcast. Thank you also to our production assistant.
Do the emote IRL.
Putting ZP
No,
space
I
on
can't.
Venom for the next
I don't know how to. I don't know how to
In the
fucking.
meantime,
I don't know how to run that
take a look
shit.
at our matchup, 'cause
We're going
we're
Clintar, baby.
going into a game forward, symbiotic surface.
Clintar. Dude, the boys are good at Clintar. I think. I think they're pretty good at
Thinking
Clintar.
You can spit people off the map. There's walls all over this sucker, Jake. What are we expecting?
Come on, let's fucking go. Lock the fuck in. Get to the finals. Play against 100 Thieves.
Last map, I wonder if Shikigami
I mean, it's not really finals, and it's kind of unfair. These are just like show matches, but whatever.
The first two maps so incredibly competitive. You know, taking the mirror on the Groot, they look good at it. I don't think it was easy. And they're gonna
Visions is not playing no more.
the rocket. They have to protect the rocket to get it through. That's crazy. I mean, is this gonna be? I wonder if you ever run both the Punisher
Good ban. Good ban.
and the Winter Soldier to get like the double team up value.
The fact that Shikigami is banning Adam is low key. I think my team wanted to condition Shikigami to enter those bans. I'm not 100% sure, but I think they played so much of the Guardians comp to condition them to ban it, and they don't even mind if it's banned. That's my guess, though. Let's fucking go, S-Men. Lock in.
Also, this is the kind of map where you can play that, but with these chokes, I do think that Winter Soldier getting unlimited ammo is pretty crazy.
I'm a little skeptical of the
Sorry.
Rocket Raccoon. I'm just a little. I'm not sure about it. Maybe Shikigami can make me a believer. If they can get the win here on Symbiotic Surface, maybe I'll have to eat my words. I'm worried though that just like Hella straight up, no team ups, just do your thing on Hella is like more powerful, more threatening than even Rocket with a team up. But maybe I'm wrong. Hold up. Both teams gonna run the Rocket. Okay, maybe this team up's broken.
It's time for them to get stuck in the same choke. Nah, they got this shit.
Again, look, I think Rocket can give you a lot. I do think that, you know,
Krispy Kreme.
using a
2012.
you're using a strategist whose ultimate is obviously not geared towards healing, right? It just gives you a damage boost. It feels less powerful, perhaps, but again, we know what else he can offer you. The ability, of course, to 3D print when your teammates get back in the game can be helpful. Let's see just how powerful this Rocket look is.
Rocket does
Because
also,
I
not from the ultimate,
am
just in
the
general,
baddest of them all.
crazy heals.
If you don't got money, then I don't fuck with y'all.
You know, it's not an ultimate, but your consistent healing throughput is incredibly high on stacked up allies. Shikigami, see what they're able to work here on the side. Both teams having the same look here on the meta, both believing in, you know, the duelist and strategist one-to-one team ups, and of course that Vanguard front line.
Okay, Amani, they're frozen up briefly. Shroud-X just giving the point up as a with the exception of their Vanguards, of course, and we'll stay there and try and hold it down.
Oh, we got a better Z. We got a much better Z. Big damage, big damage, big damage.
Just go for broke with Roster Stern here.
Oh, fucking yeah, hit those shots. Hook 'em. Fuck. Nice AoE splash. Holy fuck. Nathaniel, thank you for the gift of subs, Nathaniel. My man, thank you. Tim the Tap Man would be proud of you.
Just there, but Shikigami down one, backing a little bit.
Oh, he's getting kind of pinched a little bit. Okay, never mind.
Maybe in a little bit of trouble. Vision though doesn't want to take a risk.
He put a squid down because he thought he was still there.
Martin has not been shifted so far, in fairness. That's a problem. This damage coming in now. Gift of the Seas has to be used just to heal yourself up. And here comes Shikigami now. Really want to try.
Oh god, the Groot ults. Our Groot ult didn't really work. We don't have support ults. Our support ult's pretty far. It's coming. It's here. Our support ult's here. We missed our ball. We missed our ball. Do some damage with this rocket. Oh no.
And it's going to have to be a 3D printed
Kill him. Fuck yes. Fuck yes. That's what I'm talking about.
That hurts even worse.
Yeah,
fucking own these frauds.
Right now, 2 players down. Shroud-X sweeping forward on
Sorry.
the map. They want to get these stagger kills. They want to clean up everybody. They are going to find Daze on the way out. That's an important pickoff now. Comes very late into the fight, and Shikigami, clock starting to run low here. Now 2 minutes left.
Okay. Meter Rem for Skatagengi, pretty important. It's the only thing that can really cut through this Lunar Snow healing that Fidel is going to be sat on here for Shroud-X. Up to the top right again. Vision might be a little bit caught out here. This is perhaps a little too aggressive a spot to be. He's able, of course, to use that shift ability and get back to safety. Doomed also trying to play from the high ground. Jake,
oh no.
He surely wants to line up a big Meteor M here, and he's
oh no.
See if he can find the elimination.
He's res though. He's res.
Forward impunity, top of the enemy walls. Couldn't get in. Is going to get 3D printed back into the engagement. Shroud-X loses their Magneto as well, so struggling.
Dude, we have combo. We have combo.
Shikigami looking to clean
we have combo.
Now Vision though wants to find the opportunity. Maybe
We fucked it up. We fucked it up. We fucked it up. We fucked it up, man. Fuck. We lost the point.
He's forced to drop down behind
Fuck.
some of these walls. Impunity falls yet again. Not a good look here for Shroud-X on defense. Nak, of course,
Fuck.
the damage booster, the CYA, but it doesn't really help. It doesn't make the difference, I think, for Shroud-X, mostly forced off the but up. No touch in the dying moments. The Shikigami and the Symbiote are off to the races.
Shroud-X, I think, make the wise decision to just back off there, take a better fight a little bit later onto the payload. Cart is rolling, though, for Shikigami.
I like that. CYA popped. Yeah, the damage boost, of course, plus the ammo invention for Doom just to go absolutely ham. That's kind of why Rocket Raccoon is powerful. I don't know about broken, but I can see why Shroud-X, Jake, feel like they'd like to go for it as well if it's going to be protected.
Yeah, maybe I see now the vision on this map with like a lot of these very long range situations. You can't necessarily force something super aggressive to happen. So just having better range poke damage from that global damage amp on the rest of your team is just incredibly powerful. It's good enough. Less emphasis on the defense, on tanking through ultimates, more emphasis on just raw.
This is a weird spot to play for Doomed.
Doomed here with an off angle, a little awkward with the walls in play. He might look to go for a Kraken impact, but Crazy Man just gets blown to smithereens. Now it's a bit of janitorial duty as Doomed is going to clear those monster spawns, and Crazy Man is going to be BRB back into the fight. Here comes the Kraken impact now, and Daze hits hard. 3 players.
No.
Doomed though couldn't survive the Meteor M. Bloody hell! It's the kitchen sink being thrown at them now as Daze gets the resets that comes in after that Horn and Proteus connected. We're still getting resets now. Tonight is for Daze if you're a Shroud-X fan. As Shikigami keep the push going.
Bro, how does Bucky still build alt when he has alt? He built almost 30% while having his alt.
They've got the Vanguard ultimates nearly on.
That's gotta be not intended, right?
To make the hold at the end of this payload checkpoint, Shikigami, they don't want to let that happen. They want to find some explosive and early pickoffs. But as they take this high ground, looks
They
like
dumped 6 alts. I mean, that's a hard choke to get past. Like, that's good. That Shikigami one, that's really good.
Likely, yeah, Shikigami just want to abuse this high ground. If
I'm stress eating donuts right now. I'm stress eating donuts.
So maybe they're hoping Amadian can strike a mortal blow with some of this poke damage now, as they have an inherent, positional advantage. Eventually, though, they've got to drop down. Once more, the ammo invention is going to be deployed now. CYA in play. Here comes a Meteor.
That's what I'm talking about.
Turns Daze and Amadian into a smear on the wall. That is a dirty Magneto ult, and Shikigami finally are brought to a halt.
Dogman, he's been so consistent on this map.
And this guy's staggered and shit.
Finding a ton of opening pickoffs as well.
Now I know why you got that dumpy. Bro.
Doesn't really matter. Should be easily back into the next team fight.
Listen, you can look, but don't talk about it, okay?
50 seconds on the clock. This kind of
Too far.
From spawn, you're looking at a final team fight scenario.
46 seconds left in the round. Impunity might be looking for an early strangling prison here. Before Shikigami have a chance to react, they've of course got the combo with this Kraken impact. So this round could be over here and now.
What the fuck was that Z? Hello?
Background here and has the feeling that Shikigami are looking to wrap around. This might go straight into a trap. Bionic Arm gonna catch Doom.
Good save, good save, good save.
He gets a ball walked over and is kept in the
No
fight.
way. They didn't need all that. They didn't need all that.
Feels like it's not even needed. They went for it anyway. And there goes
Strange
Shikigami
portal.
Now, Jake, they do not have enough time to have a proper crack at this.
Strange portal.
Yeah, any stagger is going to be the game.
Wait.
I wonder, even without it, Shikigami maybe
They don't have time. They have no time. They have no time.
They're going to do just
They have no
that. I
time.
wonder, though, Shroud-X, have they pushed too far off the
Wait.
spawn? If they get this TP in time,
No!
they are going to be able to flip.
No! No! Oh no!
They can break through the shield, but Nuck's been taken down by the ice arts here, and things have gotten a little weird, folks. Here's the strangling prison, came down from Crazy Man. Fidel fell to the combo. Amadian gonna be able to find 3 kills in this fight, and Shikigami him give it a new
No
release online.
fucking way, man.
Of the map.
That's massive. They're able to break it open in the final seconds. That's strange TP. Once again, Shikigami playing with those little tiny margins, but it makes the difference. They get the execution they were looking for, and even getting to this final point on Symbiotic Surface is already, I think, a win for the attackers. Shroud-X, they really need to get the hold here. A full cap is a rare thing for the offense.
A minute still to play with, or thereabouts. It's a decent amount of time, but Shikigami have got to be pretty quick about it. This is where Rocket Raccoon's healing can be a little bit hard to consistently guarantee now, because we're playing out in the open and not in these hallways. But that's what Shikigami were looking for. Meteor M collapses on Impunity, and Dongmin will be brought back into the fight, but Doomed had already been on the way out. So Nut can only stall here, jumping up, making use of this Rocket Raccoon mobility, to be a bit of a nuisance. Dongmin has to do the same. Buy time for the lion's share of Shroud-X to get back into the fight, because they do have a little bit to work with, including another CY8 at 40% damage boost.
I'm gonna be honest. If I was them, I do that every single time too. I like the play. If I'm them, I do that every time, every single time, without fail. I think it was a good play. It just didn't work. Damn, good Groot walls. The fuck?
They're setting up here. Crazy Man with the walls. Days popped pretty instantly. There's not much you can do. This triple Vanguard setup from Shikigami might be running out of gas here. Doom tries to push.
Hell no. What do you mean? They didn't have anything. It's a full rack of ults versus nothing. Going for that like surprise, being able to maybe hook them off or surprise them somehow. I like it.
It's a great hold from Shroud-X there at the end. They get it done with a nice final team fight. However, Shikigami, I think they're going to be feeling pretty good. I mean, there's a couple moments where it felt like they were going to get held on first, maybe getting held at the end of second, and both times they overcame that. So I think on the defense,
I fuck with it. I fuck with that play. I do that every time too. I'll be honest, I do. I do. That shit. If anything, they didn't do it fast enough, you know?
Point defense can be. Shikigami didn't actually opt to make use of the Doctor Strange until that last desperate fight to get into the third phase of the map here. That's, of course, an option to you, but for attackers here on Symbiotic Surface, you've got decent flank routes onto the point as it is that can allow you to sort of get there. You can see here Doom putting out about 20k damage here, which is pretty absurd in the context of what we've seen in the lobby. Thinks also really benefiting from, being on that attack side that last round, where the 22k heal put down. Pretty nice to see.
Yeah, that defending.
Holy fuck, Doomed is owning.
55% accuracy for Doomed. He is
Doomed is owning
in the competition when it comes to Winter Soldier.
We're fine. We got this shit in the bag. Don't worry.
It's certainly a strength if they can find those opening.
Wrap it up.
Usually your best
it's all good.
On attack.
Don't worry about the thing.
In these, like,
I'm not stressed.
Exchange trade engagements. It seems like the defenders usually get
not stressed, not pressed. I'm all good.
Really far away from the point on attack on Symbiotic Surface, so losing a player or two can be really costly. There's always the threat of a retake.
Okay, just some poke damage being put down by Doomed now. Just as Jake pointed out, had a really good first round. Up in the top right there, you'll notice
right now.
Yeah, big deeps being put down. I mean, this is also without the ammo invention for infinite ammunition. Walls being cleared out by Impunity here, of course, to deny Crazy Man free damage if he chooses to fight them here. And Shikigami, Jacob, let Shroud-X push up.
Shroud-X, not stressed, not pressed.
Now they're going to drop the Z-Pack, full committing on Doom, who's just laying in that damage. However, Dongmin gets focused down in the same time, is going to get res back in by the BRB. Hooks being traded here.
He's
on
dead.
The flank. Doom dropping low, being expired, and Daze wins the duel.
I tell you what, man, the Bionic Arm really huge in moments like that to just pull a player out of formation and burst them down with a combo that you have access to. Now Shikigami should be able to stagger this out a little bit further. Dongmin wary of it, but sees Ricky unprotected, exposed in the backline, is able to take down that Lunar Snow. BRB's going to bring the Lunar back.
Groot stuck! Groot stuck!
Got to be careful of little moments like that. Dongmin has taken every lemon and turned it into lemonade over the course of this whole series. Huge pick from the Magneto, and now Shroud-X are fighting on the point properly. Here comes the CYA, big damage boost now, and that's a pretty scary combo with the Meteor.
What the fuck are these meteors, Dongmin?
Crazy Man goes low enough though, and can be worked out once these.
What the fuck is that whale? They were already dead. Guys, lock the fuck in. Bro, I swear to God, my team is mechanically as good as all these other top dogs, but they're all sometimes looking like me out there, you know?
His own death. I think a good decision there. Shroud-X, get the cart rolling in much.
I know they play at 60 FPS and shit, and they're playing on hotspots. And listen, I know. Okay.
That being said, the momentum is
lock in.
Challenging to maintain. Shikigami have the bank of ultimates. They have the edge here on this defense. Let's see how they play it out.
Okay, they really suck at this choke here. This choke was this was their kryptonite for the MRI.
winning the next 2 fights against Shikigami, I think, given the setup here, would be great because they are in a trough in terms of their ultimate charges.
Oh?
Because the dive in there, pretty aggressive. Doomed. Does not fancy getting caught out by this meteor.
Okay, that meteor was also terrible. Dude, the meteor is not that... Uh-oh, we're all dead.
In the face of Shikigami. It's dirty. Oh, buddy, that is filth. Amani able to find 3. Shroud-X here.
This, like I said before, this choke, my team, their brains overheat. It's too much. This choke's too much.
They did deploy a couple key ultimates, not also the fight they were looking for that really changes the ultimate economy situation. Shikigami, once again, they're going to have the Cosmic Yarn Amplifier, the Luna Snow ultimate, as well, the Kraken Impact, some key tools on this defense. Shroud-X, let's see how they execute the walk-up. This is a challenging moment, right? I mean, look at this position from the Moor with the strategist. So hard to clear this high ground.
Shroud-X here, we said, the next 2 fights, they're looking for a win.
Yep, we don't have anything, so we're all dead.
Just got taken down by poke damage now. Dace here can throw in a Kraken Impact. He doesn't need to overextend into this now. You see, he's playing pretty safe. Dongmin uncharacteristically goes for a hyper-aggressive Meteor M. That's something that maybe could have been saved for, another fight. Crazemang's going to be out of action for now, and of course will be brought back with the BRB. And Shroud-X need to go for this here.
Bro, you guys got 3 minutes. It's all good.
Close to a strangling prison, but can they get a good
They won with 0 seconds left. You're chilling.
A team fight win.
Yeah, see if they can just work the cart up here. Dongmin keeping his focus on that high ground. They're laying down some suppressive fire on those duelists. Hook is blocked. Great awareness from Dongmin. We've seen how good Daze is with that tool.
We're all dead.
Looking for the strangling prison, but it comes in first from the defenders. Once again, Shikigami just clean house. Shroud-X sent reeling back to the spawn.
And realistically, Jake, that is a fight that Shroud-X probably want to take. I think they realized at one point Impunity's getting too low in the front line. Too much damage coming his way.
I think we Fortnite this bitch. I think we Fortnite up that hill. We get on top of where they are right now. I think we Groot Wall Fortnite. We push them back, make them go around the corner, Fortnite up that wall, and rush it. That's what we do.
That's 3 lost fights in a row, by the way, and try and come back and set our key ultimate up. They are so close to winning the series and getting in to our money match, Jake.
The execution on the Moor and the Luna Snow needs to be perfect. They have everything they need. Brutal for the setup. Will they find that one shot? They don't get it though. With the whale connection, it's not enough, and that's huge for Shikigami.
Bro, this choke, man. This choke is the bane of our existence. We just can't get past it. And we have big ult. They have big ults again, and we're dead. And we're dead.
The poke damage keeps raining in. Dave's gonna go for now. Sees Fidel a little bit lower.
Wait, good heals. Wait, good heals. Wait. They fucked up. They fucked up. They suck ass. Shiki who? Sorry. Sorry. They're not actually ass. I'm just, just trying to I'm trying to jinx them and shit. I don't know, man. I'm trying to do anything at this point. Let's get this dub.
Just drop the moves on Daze. Daze couldn't connect any of those follow-up shots. If he gets the reset on that,
Shikigami fucked that up. We should not have won that. that was Shikigami's map round to win.
Fights, but Fidel dances well, stays alive, and they're able to turn and clean up that winter.
Come on, boys. One fight. One fight. You have no ults. They have big ults.
Can this be denied, dude? You can see desperately Impunity's trying to break them up, stacking them out with some of these walls.
Good fucking walls, Imp. Fuck yeah.
Get rid of the Dr. Strange. Still more work to be done, though. Excuse me, the Magneto fell to Impunity. These walls breaking up line of sight. Shikigami, awkwardly, can't get used out of their ultimates. Amadian tries to combo here. That Homo Proteus comes in.
We win this. We win this. We win this. Fuck yeah. We over-ulted again. Dude, we are so horny when it comes to ults. Bro, you guys were winning that. Trust each other. Trust each other. You don't need to ult as much.
To recontest on symbiotic surface. It's
fucking
why we see so many
crazy.
Committing to those very aggressive forward holds, dumping ultimates, really gambling that you can make the hold earlier on in the
Let's
point. Because
fucking go, boys. Pipan.
It is a bad time. You just can't get in position, can't get the sight lines, even to deploy something like the Horn of Proteus.
Okay. Off to the races we go. Remember, minute 33. Very vulnerable here for Shroud-X. This is going to be a successful fight, and they're running into some of these key abilities right now. Meteor M on the horizon, as is Fidel's ultimate, but Martin's able to take them down.
Nice kill. Good trade.
A little bit different. However, Crazemang falls, and Fidel's going to be able to get back into the fight.
Yes!
Remember, Raccoon can keep you
Fucking
after losing
eat their ass, Dogman. Yes! Hit it!
Now he's looking straight at the Luna.
Yes! That's what I'm talking about, boys. 3-1. Shiki, get the fuck out of here. Sorry, too toxic. Too far. Too far. That was a revenge match, dude. They knocked us the fuck out of the MRI and put us in last place, okay? Revenge. We needed something.
They won by the same margin. They're going to go on to face 100 Thieves in that money match.
Let's go, Doomed.
Big performance.
Let's go, Doomed.
Soldier, the double down on this pick with that Rocket Raccoon, and Trust looks to have been placed well. Over 31,000 damage dropped in that last round.
Release the winner tweet. It's not the MRI anymore, man. It's not the
defensive side. Winter Soldier can do and Doom.
It's not the same. It's not the same.
Strangling Thorns. There were multiple options, right?
Hey, how come my name's not on this list? Yo, put my name on this list, no?
To deploy them properly, but Shroud-X were patient. There was one fight, I think, where they lost their Magneto and they said, you know what, we have the ultimate combo here. Let's just lose our third fight in a row. Come back, be patient. We can still finish the map if we start to build up some momentum.
It's literally on the screen. No, I want my name on there as many times as possible.
Also had their wombo combo, the surf.
I want my name everywhere.
Couldn't use it properly because they were forced to retake.
I want it there 3 times.
Constantly got blocked by these group walls.